Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with Scrap Your Stash Saturdays. And this is a page kit that I had put together in 2012 for a crop that I was going to. And I ended up putting like 50 pages, like 50 page kits together. And there was, no way I was going to get all those done. So I came home and I had close to 20 left to do. And so now I'm just working my way through them. And actually, I was looking and I'm almost done. I think I have less than 10 to do. So, which is good. It means that it's getting out of those plastics I showed you at the beginning, what I kept them in there. It's just like basically like a big baggie. And I put everything in there. So, a lot of times I had maybe what I had in mind to do for these pages, whether I had a sketch or um, maybe a glitter girl video that I liked. And sometimes I just put the number of pictures in there. And where I had 2 white pages, I knew that I meant to do a double page spread. So that's what's going to be today, is a double page spread. I'm kind of going through them. I had 6 pictures that I had put with this page, and I have the journaling there right on the recipe card. And I really didn't know what these pages were about, so I'm reading the journaling right now, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, that's what I wanted to scrapbook with those. It wasn't really talking about what I wanted to do with the page, but it literally is the journaling that I want to put on this page. But then I knew at least where my head was at when I put these pictures together. So I'm going to end up putting 3 4x6 vertical and a couple horizontal, and I'm going to cut down this one because I have quite a couple more pictures, and I want to make it so I have a little bit of white space on the left side and a little bit of white space on the right side. Now it's really hard to see the whole 2-page spread on one layout here, or on one screen. So you'll see, when I work on something, hopefully I move it over. I don't quite remember. It's been a couple of days since I've done this page. And I haven't been on YouTube in, maybe once a week. I made sure that at least I had, one video a week going up. And I've had a few people say, oh, I hope you're not sick again. And no, I'm not. But usually I always have a ton of videos up ahead, that they're done up ahead. And where I was sick, I wasn't able to do that. And now, we were in the thick of Christmas stuff, so we had a ton of stuff to do. Ended up, my husband actually put up the Christmas tree, and it was put up on December 22nd. And so, just have a ton of stuff to do. Plus, I'm working a bunch of shifts, my regular shifts, no overtime, but we do have some, lengthy shifts. It's 12 hours. And like this, from the 26th till the 30th, I'm working 5 shifts in a row. And that's because every 9 weeks we have to work an extra shift because we work 4 days on, 5 days off. So that's a lot of hours, like poof, gone, right? It's 60 hours, and it makes for long days, 12-hour days. But anyway, so that's why I didn't have any videos ahead, which normally I do. But and now I work till the 30th. So probably next week is going to be only going to have one video too, because I'm finding it, I find it hard doing pages and videos while I'm working. So now what I think I decided to do is there's 2 strips at the top of the 4x6 photos that are horizontal. So that's where I'm going to do a lot of the journaling. And on the journaling cards, I'm going to also decorate, put some embellishments. Now, these papers were all 6x6, and they're all from Amy Tangerine. Oh, I don't even know which collection. I would think it is, I don't know, maybe Rise and Shine. Or even an older collection than that, because it's over 3 years old. And I had only put 6x6 pattern papers with this because I knew that the pictures were going to take a big chunk of the real estate. So I would only need smaller pattern papers. And I'm going to end up doing little banners and I'm going to put it underneath I guess the left side is the entire strip, and then the right side is the only place that has a little bit of white space is on the right side. So I think there was like 6 different pattern papers, and I'm just cutting little bits and pieces. I'm varying the sizes of the flags, and I'm just cutting the ends or the tips now into like a banner shape. And you can either take your scissors, make a slit down the middle, and then go to each end and meet that center, and then you know that your banners are going to be straight. Or you can go right from the ends first and kind of meet in the middle. And sometimes I like to do that because I don't like my banners to be perfect. And the same thing, if you want your banner to be more like thicker on one side than the other, then just when you make your slit, just make it to the one side more than the other. And then your banners will have, I find it gives them a look like they're almost like flapping in the wind, because one side would be thicker than the other. And so that's going to take me a bit of time. Plus, I'm watching some Netflix. I started watching Burn Notice about, I'd say, a month ago. And there's 7 seasons, so it's taken me quite a bit of time to sort of catch up on that. But I'm really liking it. And I'm the type of person that I watch one show and I watch it till I'm done. And that's why I like to pick shows that are, done. The series is done, and then I can binge watch it, right from the start to the end. And I like that. And sometimes, you need a little break. And if the shows that I watch regularly, then I'll go and sort of catch up on those. But anyway, that's one of my favorite things to do while I'm scrapping is to watch shows. And I guess it's more listen to shows because I kind of look up once in a while but most of it is listening, right? Because I'm actually scrapbooking. But so now I'm going to spread out the banners, and I do all that, and then I decide, I think I like to ink the edges of those. So I'm going to have to pull them all off and ink the edges. But at this point, I think I was just checking to make sure that I had enough banners to go across everything because I didn't really calculate how many banners I would need. I also have those fabric stickers that are from Amy Tangerine, and that was in sort of the page kit that I had put to get, with this kit. So I'm going to, once I have everything down, I'm going to add those on the top. Now this layout took me quite a long time to make. I find it took me about an hour and 16 minutes. And I find if I go too long without scrapbooking, then when I scrapbook, it's just like, oh my goodness, it just takes forever. And we're, busy with the whole Christmas thing and working and finishing up my Let's Document class. Don't have much left to do, but I can only put the pictures in as the days go by. So I'm finishing that up, and so that's almost coming to an end here. And so not been scrapbooking a whole bunch, taking a bunch of pictures so that I could do my December daily, but that's about it. Okay, so now I'm taking all the little flags out and I'm just inking the edges using some Distress ink in black soot. And I'm just using one of Tim Holt's little daubers there. Distressing tool, I guess. And it's the little round one. And it's probably, I like it much better than the big square one because it just fits in your hand so much better. And you have way more control on inking all the edges. And now once that is done, I'm going to add, I'm going to cut down the 4x6 Project Life cards and make them fit at the top of the layout. And the reason I'm not doing the banners right away, the Distress ink is pretty good at drying up pretty fast, but if I can find something else to do while I give it some time to dry up, I do that. So I figured that I would work on that and just get my journaling spots all done. And I'm not going to end up doing the journaling on camera, but I have the journaling all done up. And the reason I didn't do the journal on camera is because I did this on Christmas Eve. That's when I did it. And we were leaving to go to my mom's, which is a couple hours away. But I knew that once we came home, I was going straight back to work on the 26th. And so basically we went up on the 24th and came back on the 25th because I had to work the 26th in the morning. And I knew that I wouldn't have time to do Scrap Your Stash Saturday, which this is going to go up one day late, but better late than never, right? And I was hoping to get it up last night, but I was exhausted when I got home. And so I'm just doing the voiceover now, and I'll put it up today. Hopefully that the internet will agree with me. And so anyway, so I just leave it on the side like that and let it dry. And I didn't want to take the extra time to do the journaling because they were waiting for me to leave. And so the journaling, I'll do it though because I have the little card all done up and I can just do it whenever. Now I'm going to start gluing everything down. I'm using my ATG, and also I want some of the banners to kind of stick out in the front. So then I put foam tape on those, and just so they stand out. Okay, I had to stop the recording. I had the biggest sneezing fit. But anyway, so that the flags stand out from the rest. They're kind of popped up on foam tapes. And then I'm also going to use some of those fabric pieces from Amy Tangerine, and it matches this collection. It went with this collection, so I really like that. And I'm going to just make a straight sort of bunch of banners at the bottom of this layout. Now these pictures are from Grand Central Station in New York. And the whole time that we were there, we didn't have to take any trains from this station because of where our campground was. We had to take a different one, and we didn't arrive here either. But I just love the station so much from the last time I was there, and I wanted to make sure that our friends that we went with saw the station. And at this particular time that we went to see it, we were looking for something to eat. We were starving. So anyway, we went through Grand Central Station, and as we walked by, I saw that there was, a place to eat, like a seating area and restaurants and everything. But, we wanted to eat at a restaurant. So we went out and we went down, I don't know how many blocks one way, how many blocks another. We couldn't find anything that everybody wanted. So I said, well, there was food in Grand Central Station. We could just eat there. And they were like, okay. So we went, and man, were we surprised. The food was so good. And so I wanted to just journal about that. We all ate at the same little sort of restaurant. They're all right beside each other, but we all ate at the same little restaurant, and they served, it was corn. You could get corn, steak, and chicken. And then there was like potatoes. And anyway, the plate was full. I can't remember what my son ate. And of course, we were so hungry, I forgot to take pictures of our food. But I remembered what we ate. And the plate was so huge that my husband and I shared a plate. And we were both full. Like it was really good. So I just want to make sure that we, that I had a picture, I can't talk today. That I scrapbooked about it, so that I find if we get ready to go somewhere that we've already been before, a lot of times I'll go through my albums and see what I scrapbooked about when we went. And a lot of times it'll remind me of camping places that we went to that we should call, and restaurants that we ate. And, places that we saw. Yeah, we want to see different things, but a a lot of times, if you go with different people or whatever, you don't mind seeing the same thing twice or eating at the same restaurant, and you're there for so long that you can switch it up too a little bit. So that kind of helps with that too. And one thing I wanted to do, I want to separate the pictures from the flags. So I took a thin washi that was in my stash that was not with the kit that I had, put together. I did have washies that I had put with this kit, but it was wide and it was, I don't know, really bold. It was a whole bunch of different colors. So I opted with this thin black washi, and I found it really grounded the whole layout, and it really made the pictures stand out, and like I said, it just divided it from the rest of the layout. Now I know I want to put a little title. I just don't know. I don't want to use the thickers that I had put with this kit. So I'm going to go into my stash and I'm going to find some tiny black letters, and it's from this sticker sheet. That is one that I had put, a sticker sheet that I had put with this page kit, and it's from Bo Bunny, and it's actually from a wedding, collection, but this is not a wedding layout, but there was a few stickers that I was able to use, and now I'm looking at the stickers that I have left, and I'm trying to figure out, what title that I'll be able to do. And I looked and I had enough letters to do delicious food. And so that's going to be my title, delicious food. And that's going to complete the layout. I have no pictures at the end of this because, like I said, I'm in the middle of my rotation and I'm just trying to get this up, but eventually it'll be up on my website. Hubby is off all week, so I'll get him to catch up on that this week and kind of put up all the layouts that he missed putting up. So be looking on my website this week for a bunch of the layouts that I've done in the last few weeks for all the pictures. And that's it. That's going to complete this layout. This one, like I said, took me 1 hour and 16 minutes. And I think it's because I've not been scrapping enough. And so that's going to wrap up the Scrap Stash Saturday for 2015. And I can't wait to spend more time with you in 2016. So thanks for watching. Bye.